AD, built by the 10th Roman Legion, the soldiers that were with Queen Helena. The mosaic floors that you see behind you are original from 325 AD. So this church is unusual in that most of the churches were destroyed by an earthquake in the 8th century AD. But this one, although it was damaged, was not completely destroyed. And isn't it wonderful to be able to see what a church would have looked like, built by that wonderful woman and the soldiers that were with her. Notice they used all indigenous rock. And these are all local basalt or basalt rocks. And so, but they brought in craftsmen, obviously, to do these wonderful floors. These floors would have been where I'm standing, except this area and that area was, of course, damaged in the earthquake in the 8th century. So, how cool is it to be standing in, like, the original church, all right? This is actually where Queen Helena, and she came over here, and she said, where was the demoniac called Legion? Where did that happen? And they brought her here, and they said, here it is, and so she built the church here. So we can be, I would say, 100% positive that this indeed is the spot, because they would have remembered where it was. Now, there are caves all up in these hills, and the Bible, as we're going to see in a moment, refers to the fact that the demoniac named Legion lived in caves and went around wailing and crying and moaning. So he would have been up in these caves right behind us here. Of course, the church wasn't here, so he would have been up there. In those days, the Sea of Galilee was much higher, the level, because it was not being siphoned off like it is today for the fresh water supply. So the pigs that we're about to read about running into the water, I read an article the other day where the gentleman said that the pigs ran into the river. No, they didn't run into the river. There's no river here. They ran into the Sea of Galilee. Right behind us, except the sea was up much closer to this site 2,000 years ago. Okay? So, let's read the passage. I'm in Mark chapter 5. And here's what the Bible says. The Bible says they went across the lake to the region of the Garasenes. That's where we are. When Jesus got out of the boat, a man with an evil spirit came from the tombs to meet him. This man lived in the caves, and no one could bind him anymore, not even with the chain. For he many times had been chained both hand and foot, and he would break the chains apart and break the irons off of his feet. Man, can you imagine that? How do you break like chains? How do you break iron? The superhuman strength came from where? The demons, exactly right. Okay. And no one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs, he went and cried out and cut himself with stones. Now, how tragic a picture is this? Poor guy. You know, these demons tormented him to the point that not only, did he cry out in pain and did he moan, but he cut himself, tragic. Poor guy. Your heart breaks for a guy like this. Well, the Bible says when he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees in front of him. And he shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God?" Now, just before this, in Mark chapter 4, the very end of Mark chapter 4, Jesus calmed the storm on the Sea of Galilee. You remember what the disciples said when he calmed the storm? They said, "What kind of man is this that even the winds and the waves obey him?" They asked a question. It was sort of a rhetorical question, but they asked a question. What kind of man is this? I love what the church father Theophylact said in 11th century AD. Here's what he said. He said, while the men in the boat were wondering what manner of man this is, the demons came to tell them, he is the Son of the Most High God. That's cool. I love that. All right. So they said, what do you want with us, Son Jesus, Son of the Most High God? Swear to God that you won't torture us, For Jesus had said to them, "Come out of this man, you evil spirits." Then Jesus asked them, "What is your name?" And they said, "Our name is Legion." Now, of course, referring to a Roman legion, right? How many men in a Roman legion? 6,000 troops. How many cavalry? 1,000. Support troops. Quartermaster, cooks, everything. About 10,000 people composed a Roman legion. Now, were there 10,000 demons in this man? I can't tell you that, but I can say there were a lot. That's why their name was Legion, meaning there's a bunch of us inside this man. For our name is Legion, for we are many. And again, the demons begged Jesus once again and again not to send them out of the area. I was listening the other day to T.D. Jakes. You all know T.D. Jakes? Yeah. I like the guy. I've actually met him in person. I like the guy, and I don't always agree 100% with everything he says, but I don't always agree 100% with what I say sometimes. So anyway, he was preaching on this passage, and he made the point that once Satan conquers a territory, he does not like to give it up. And he used this passage to illustrate that these demons had taken this area, and they begged Jesus not to send them away. They didn't want to give up territory that they had already taken. And driving them back is a difficult thing. That's why, and I'm saying this, not T.D. Jakes, but that's why in our own lives we have to be so careful about yielding territory to the enemy, even in our own hearts and spirits. Because once we do, taking it back becomes much more difficult. Getting involved in pornography, getting involved in excessive drinking, getting involved in drug use, getting involved in gambling. Well, that is gambling, right?
Electronic gaming.
Oh, really? You think, yeah. Okay, well, there you go. Whatever, giving up territory in your heart and life to Satan is dangerous. Because, once he takes territory, he doesn't want to give it back, and it's hard to make him give it back. So that's why these demons said, probably, I guess, no, don't send us out of the area. This is our area. We've kind of taken it. We don't want to. Instead, they said, let us go into the pigs. A large herd of pigs was feeding on a nearby hillside, and the demons begged Jesus, send us into the pigs. Allow us to go into them. Now, why were there pigs over here? Jewish people don't raise pigs. Why were there pigs over here? Gentiles lived here, not Jewish people. This was a Gentile area at the time of Christ. In fact, this area, and then south all the way to Bethshan, where we'll be, what's today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Bethshan, which is a little bit south of the Sea of Galilee, there were 10 cities that are referred to as the Decapolis. Deca meaning 10. Deca meaning 10. Polis meaning city. Yeah, there was a confederation of 10 Roman Gentile cities. Bethshan was the capital of this Decapolis here. And we know, as Jesus is going to mention the Decapolis in just a minute. And these were 10 Gentile cities over here. And of course, Gentiles raise pigs. Gentiles eat bacon and ham. Right? Yeah. And so do Jews that are saved. Do not call unclean what I have cleansed. I'm free from the law, and I love barbecue, and I love bacon. Yeah. Okay. Now, I will say, the Jewish people are very clever. And so, there is actually a kibbutz over here, not far from where we are, that raises pigs and actually sells bacon. And you say, what? How can that possibly be? Well, because the Bible says that the Jewish people are not to eat an animal who walks on the ground, that doesn't have a cloven hoof, right? that doesn't have chew its cud. So you don't eat camels. They chew their cud, but they don't have a cloven hoof, right? Pigs have a cloven hoof, but they don't chew their cud. So you can eat sheep and you can eat beef, but not pigs. Well, that Bible says you are not to eat those animals. You're not to eat them that walk on the ground. So what the Jews did in the kibbutz is they built a wooden floor about a foot off the ground. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. And where they raised the pigs, pigs walk on the wood floor that they built, and therefore the pigs are not walking on the ground, and therefore they're not violating the command in the Bible. I am not lying to you. The kibbutz is right down here, and they raise pigs and sell bacon.